This is the lawyer that is daring Sheikh Gumi. So this lawyer is calling for the arrest, prosecution, and possibly jailing of Sheikh Gumi for romancing terrorists, being their middleman, coming out to defend them and speak for them. We know that there's a lot of headlines out there where, Sheikh Gumi has been speaking on behalf of these terror guys. Now, let me take you through some of these headlines just for you to understand what is happening. This lawyer tweeted as asking for the Nigerian government to arrest Sheikh Gumi, and Sheikh Gumi fired back. Like you can see here, Sheikh Gumi has given lawyer Chief Malcolm 48 hours to retract his statement, his defamatory remarks against him, or face legal action. Now, also take a look at this headline here. This one says, Sheikh Gumi's audacity, brazenness on bandits shows Nigeria government has failed in security. This is what Nigerians are saying. Now, also take a look at this headline here that says lawyer Malcolm demands prosecution of Islamic scholar Sheikh Gumi, and when Gumi asked him that he apologizes and retract that statement or else face legal action, this lawyer replied, Sheikh Gumi says, see you in court. Lawyer challenges Sheikh Gumi over defamation threat. So guys, a whole lot is happening. Like you can see here, it says lawyer demands prosecution of Gumi for allegedly backing terrorists. Now I'm going to show you the exact tweet that this lawyer tweeted, that Sheikh Gumi is worried about asking him to retract. The lawyer actually called him out, asking why he should be the one speaking on behalf of these terrorists, and that the federal government does not see anything wrong about that. And many Nigerians have agreed that this lawyer is very, very correct. So I'm just going to take you through the tweets that actually made Sheikh Gumi to become very, very angry and started threatening this lawyer that he's going to take action against the lawyer in court. Now, the tweet here reads and says, human rights lawyer and public interest advocate, it's deeply alarming that Sheikh Gumi of Kaduna continues to publicly justify and defend terrorist criminals who are maiming, killing, kidnapping, raping, displacing innocent Nigerians, while describing them as listening and reasonable human beings who should be pacified and not eliminated by force. So Sheikh Gumi is always campaigning and canvassing for these people that that the Nigerian military shouldn't use force on them, but rather negotiate with them. His consistent public utterances, visitation to terrorist camp, and advocacy on their behalf raises serious concern regarding national security, complicity, and promotion of terrorism under Nigerian law. No citizen, cleric, or otherwise is above the law. The man went ahead to quote some law here, saying that nobody is above the law. Why is Sheikh Gumi allowed to be parading himself as the spokesperson for these criminals and nobody's arresting him? And now I'm going to allow you to take a look at this video moment. Sheikh Gumi and Barrister Darlington actually clashed over the same issue, wondering why he is supporting this terrorist and calling out IPOB to become the bad people, while these terrorists are just asking for something that no force should be used on them. Don't forget that Sheikh Gumi came out last election telling Northerners not to vote for people who will kill bandits. Rather, they should vote for people who are going to defend bandits. So guys, a whole lot is happening in this country. Nigerians are just wondering how we got to where we are today, that Sheikh Gumi can just come out and make this kind of statements. Anyway, I'm just going to allow you to take a look at this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Now take a look.
Let me start off with you. Now, this country of particular concern, President Trump, Sheikh Gumi, I beg your pardon. President Trump did say a few things, like, if Nigeria doesn't address this issue, he's going to come in guns blazing and wipe out these jihadist terrorists, these jihadists that are killing Christians. Now, first, what is your immediate reaction to that? And do you think Christians are being killed, or is this a religious thing? Do you consider this, what's going on, genocidal?
Okay, it's a pleasure for me to have you on the show.
Number one, for me to have you on the show.
Yes.
Go ahead, please.
The language of Trump is very contemptible and disrespecting the integrity and sovereignty of Nigeria. He called us. He called us.
Go ahead, please.
Okay, he called us a disgraced country. He also threatened Nigeria with a military action.
No, but the reason for the military action is because Nigerians, Christians, are being killed in their numbers. I don't know if you're familiar with the data.
So it means he's only concerned with the Christian lives.
Are you not concerned? Are you not concerned about the lives of Nigerians?
He's only concerned with the Christian lives, and he's not concerned with the Muslim lives.
No, but
Muslims are losing every day to these terrorists.
If we x-ray the statement from President Trump, he said he didn't say he's going to come and kill Muslims. He said he will come and he would wipe out the Islamic jihadists.
No, you see, let's be pragmatic. Let's be pragmatic in what we do. He is specifically showing that he's a vanguard of Christianity and Christians here. That will automatically turn the Muslims against him. Even though he's fighting the terrorists. And one thing also, the terrorists, because they have been attacking Muslims more. Now, if by any chance he kill anyone terrorist in the name of protecting Christians, they immediately turn their guns directly on the Christians. Let me tell you what's happening. Why they kill Muslims? Let me tell you why they kill Muslims. Let me tell you why they kill Muslims.
Go ahead, please.
You see, these terrorists, I think if you don't know their psychology and you understand them, then you will mess up with them. They are killing Muslims in towns because they say they are revenging for what government or military is doing to them. Since they don't have access to the military, and the military is protecting these Muslims, so I will attack those we are protecting. This is the psychology, this is their mentality.
So is it okay? Is it okay that people are being killed?
Wait, me and you cannot change it. So now if Trump comes says we are going to fight terrorists because they are killing Nigerian lives, it will be a completely different issue. But we are specifying that he is coming to protect Christians. This is really very unfortunate, and it shows.
Sheikh, why you say that they are killing Muslims because of what the government is doing to them? What moral ground are they actually operating in Nigeria? Given the fact that we know that they are not even Nigerians. Sometimes we've actually learned that they are foreigners terrorizing a civilization.
Whatever they are, you don't give them an opportunity to cause the havoc. Look like what's happening now in Mali. Look at what's happening in Niger and other places. These people are armed from some places we don't know. Even the former Chief of Defense Staff, he said for 15 years they are fighting Boko Haram, and sometimes they find foreign currencies, euros and dollars in their pockets. So somebody is behind trying to destabilize Nigeria. But what I'm telling you essentially is, for Trump to say he's coming to protect Christians, particularly when Muslims are even dying more. This is the offensive word, and this has called, and this we should show this man we are a nation, a sovereign nation, that he should not interfere in our own internal affairs. Yes. But if he's saying he's coming to assist Nigerians, which we have many ways you can assist Nigerians.
Just give me a minute, please. Let me put this out. Let me put this out there, and then we'll take your response, and also take responses from the studio, because we have other studio guests in here with us. Now, from what we understand, Nigerians are being killed in their numbers. A particular data has it that between October 2023 and September 2024, about 4,788 about that were killed, and out of that number, 3,100 are Christians that have been killed. So does it matter what religion is being killed, or the fact that people are being killed, and Nigerians have also asked for support, foreign support? So if the United States will help Nigeria wipe out those that are killing Nigerians in their numbers, shouldn't Nigeria welcome such assistance? Why does it now seem, because you seem to be making it like, because they are coming to assist Christians who cried out, then it's now a war, it's not going to be between Christians and Muslims. Let me take you back to Uromi. What happened in Uromi, where a few individuals who were hunters, who were moving from one state to another, unfortunately, when mistaken to be terrorists, bandits, because they had a few weapons, and they were killed. We saw what happened. There was an outcry in the north. In fact, Governor Monday Okwebolo had to travel to Abuja, had to plead, and then promise to compensate the families of those who were killed. But Christians, Nigerians, have been killed in their numbers, displaced. And this amounts to genocide, really, where people are displaced and people are killed in their numbers, largely for their faith. So, are you not concerned that this might help solve the problem that Nigeria has been dealing with since 2009, the problem of Boko Haram? Shouldn't we be looking for a solution? And if there is one that can be arrived at without Nigeria's sovereignty being affected, why haven't we gone for that solution, Sheikh?
You just be patient and understand. If it's China coming to say that, people will believe it, because China is not closing into our internal affairs. If it's Russians, people will believe them. But America are not to be liars. They said Saddam Hussein has weapons of mass destruction, and there is none. And they have caused confusion in Iraq, in Libya, and everywhere. So when they say Muslims are killing, or there is massacre of Muslims like Christians in Nigeria, from which side? They didn't specify whether it is the government or whether it is the Muslims that are doing it, or even if Christians are targeted. Whatever it is, if Americans can cure and eliminate the terrorists, I will welcome it myself. But I know they cannot.
Okay, when you say they cannot, let me tell you. Okay.
They have fought 20 years in Afghanistan. They could not finish them. Afghanistan is in Syria now. This same thing. And this terrorist, you see, it's not easy to just come and drop bombs here and there and think you will finish them. They have infiltrated the society, so it's going to cause more damage. More Muslims and more Christians will be killed if America would drop a bomb in Nigeria. I'm telling you this. You can take it for a record. So what we are trying to avoid, we are going to even compound it. Look, myself, I have been trying to see how we can pacify these people. I've been going to see how we can pacify these people and redirect them, because they are human beings. They listen and reason. But if you say you want to use force against force, then you will compound the problem and make the thing dirty. If Nigerian army, which has been very active in many hotspots, cannot deal with this issue for 18 years, for 15 years with Boko Haram, and now the bandits, and to me, the bandits are even more vicious, because
you said something about Nigerian army not being able to do something about it for some time now. You have been the person, or rather, news have actually carried it, that you more like mediate or serve as an intermediary between them and the government, and that actually has sparked quite reaction among Nigerians. What can you tell us to be, some of the good point or flashpoint of your, interaction or discussion with them, especially when you had to get into the bush? The other time we're talking about giving them amnesty and all that. Yes.
You see, just to entice them to leave their weapons. You see, one thing good about it is, you see, you don't treat a disease without diagnosis. If a doctor can diagnose a disease, even if it's cancer, he will know how to manage it. So the good thing about it is, now before we are fighting a phantom, we don't know something is fighting us, coming to take us. We don't know that person. Now, by going to talk with them and sit down with them and to hear their grievances and understand their psychology, so we are able now to contain the problem. Now, Kaduna is relatively safe. I can say from you don't hear any more mass killings now in Kaduna because we understand their psychology and the governor is cooperating. We are talking to them and they are keeping their weapons. They are not fighting. They're still on the weapons. They hold the weapons. But you see, this is a small, gradual process in which slowly we will civilize them. We will take away their weapons and let them into good citizens.
Well,
so this is it. It has to be systemic. But for America to come and start bombing in northern Nigeria, I'm telling you, the question.
Let's bring this conversation to
people who have sympathy for the bandits.
Let's bring this conversation to the studio. Barrister Dallas, with you. I mean, you've been following this conversation, of course, what Sheikh have just said. From your perspective, first off, what's your general review of this statement from the U.S. government? Plus, from all that has been said thus far, is it clear right now that Nigeria seems to be negotiating with these bandits and terrorists in clear view of what, of course, the opposition would want to put up on it?
Thank you, David. It is unfortunate that we are going through this route. Seriously. It's unfortunate that America is even pitying us. America is angry with what is going on here. For God's sake, how can a group of people call themselves bandits and they are holding Nigeria to ransom? Where is it done? Can such a thing happen in America? That is why this man Trump is angry with us. This type of thing can never happen anywhere. And look at how we are trying to pamper them. Look at Moses. On a more serious note, they said anybody who go to the bush and fetch anti-infested firewood is calling for lizard to come for a party in his house. If we have not allowed these people to come into Nigeria, will anybody be talking to us? Are we going to become a number in the CPC? But because we allow this thing, and leaders from the beginning, they were tolerating these boys. Moses, on what ground would anybody, any leader in Nigeria, allow from the north or south, go outside and bring terrorists into Nigeria?
Professor, do you have faith in the approach being carried out so far to assuage their temper?
It's a lie. No. Hold on. Somebody in this country once told us that there are good and bad bandits. I'll take my dictionary. I didn't see where they wrote these are good bandits and these are bad bandits. I don't know what that means. Somebody told us that they are their boss, that if anybody should attack them, they will not vote for that person. In this country, somebody told us that yes, that if government does not answer to them, there will be no peace in Nigeria. Mostly these things are statements that was made for a man who claimed to be patriotic, a statesman. Is that how to solve a problem? You are pampering these boys, you are making them to become so bold. What audacity do they even have to attack anybody in Nigeria? For what? No, hold on. These other people, especially from the southeast, who have been fighting for themselves, do they want for government subsidy? No, do they want for government to pamper them? No, these other people that are fighting for struggling to survive in Nigeria. Why must a group of people now tell us that we must answer them? They are this, psychological, this and this. Those other Nigerians that are holding peaceful agitation, peaceful nature, peaceful businesses. Are they not Nigerians? Okay. So if all of us become bandits, what will happen to us, Moses? Hold on. If all of us become bandits, will Nigeria exist? You can see how we clearly bring problem into ourselves and we are now blaming America. How can anybody be happy that
wouldn't America's involvement affect the sovereignty of Nigeria?
Sorry?
Wouldn't America's involvement affect the sovereignty of Nigeria?
I know that it involves terrorism. Terrorism in one state is terrorism all over the world. You remember at a point, America had to place a travel ban on some countries where terrorists are really swaying. Remember? Good. That will tell me that
you are in support of America invading Nigeria.
100%.
Guns are blazing.
I said 100%. Since the government has have refused to listen, and leaders are not even helping matters.
Wouldn't that affect the sovereignty of Nigeria?
Which question I'm asking? You now have a sovereignty where terrorists are not telling you what to do, Abi. You now have a sovereignty where terrorists are on the dining table with government, telling government what to do, and leaders are supporting it in Moses. That will be my annoyance. Why would anybody utter such words? These are things you should frown at. Who brought them into Nigeria? Was Nigeria like this in 1999? Moses, please be sincere to yourself. Who brought them into Nigeria? What are they doing here? Why are they not in Ghana? Why are they not in the Republic of Benin? Please, why are they not in South Africa? You can see, we forgot the genesis of our problem and we are blaming America. Let them come, if that will solve the problem. Since you people don't know what to do, let them come and help us. Look at now, as I'm talking to you now, almost 20 villages have been taken over in Plateau and Benue. Moses, who are those to occupy those villages? Are they Christians? The real Indians of those states are not in IDP camp, and they are the farmers in Nigeria. Can you beat that? And yet, nobody is not talking.
So do you think if America gets involved and then come to, in quote now, save Christians in Nigeria, do you think it will lead to an unrest between Christian and Muslim, like the Sheikh has said? It might let Muslims turn against Christians.
We have tolerated enough. We have taken enough from these people. Sharibu, as I talk to you now, a young girl is now in what? Captivity because of her religion. Moses, have you seen any Christian group that have kidnapped any Muslim girl because of her faith? Yet we kept quiet. Have you talked? Did you say anything? Somebody woke up one day. Sheikh Gumi, I told her that Tinubu's wife should be killed because she's a Christian. That God told him to kill Tinubu's wife. I'm talking of provocative statements that can cause problems, yet we kept quiet. Moses, did you read that? Did you say anything? Is it not hard to show tolerance?
Okay.
So why can't our Muslim brother do the same thing? So that Nigeria will live in peace.
Before we come, sorry please, I want you to land on your thoughts.
Yes, let them do the same thing and see whether this place whether America will even look at us, not to talk of placing it on CPC. That's what we're saying here. It is because of the actions and statements of leaders that have caused the problem. They should not deny it. Yet they still want to blame us for what they have caused. They still want to blame us to Moses. How do you take that? Is that not very short? You are talking of America insulting, but you insulted us. When you told us that except you agree with the bandits, there will be no peace in Nigeria. Moses, can you beat that? And because of this statement, that's why Saudi Arabia could not tolerate you. They declared you persona non grata. Saudi Arabia, the seat of Islamic caliphate. They could not tolerate you. But here, you tell us all manner of things, you do all manner of things, and you get on with it.
All right, before we take contributions from Barrister Adam Zata, let me go back to Sheikh Gumi. Sheikh Gumi, are there? Okay, I understand that he has left the conversation. Let's come to him now.
All right, for me, I think nobody celebrates failure except Nigerians, and that's why you see people honoring and romancing with the government. The government is behind what you are saying today, and I welcome what is coming from the United States of America. I agree with Donald Trump. When you have failed to put your house in order, give room for outsiders to come.
I agree with Donald Trumk.
Yes, I agree with
guns
passion, like 5/10. I don't support military invasion.
So why do you have that
because I know this country is a very peculiar country. If you invade this country with force, you see that religion is going to set in, tribalism is going to set in. A lot of people are hibernating.
The question I'm asking is, why should that be a problem? Why should there be some religious uprising? Because what America is saying is that they will attack the Islamic terrorists. Do you think they don't have the means to identify who is a terrorist and who is just a Muslim? You think they don't have the means? Why should Nigerians be concerned that if terrorists that are causing insecurity in Nigeria are attacked, it will cause bigger problem, religious crisis in Nigeria? Why are we that concerned?
Let me give you a very peculiar situation.
Okay.
Don't we have Christian in the western parts of the country? Do we experience that? No. That's the more reason they need to be diplomatic. By that statement, we are coming to attack terrorists in Nigeria. It's a different ballgame when you mention we are coming to attack the Muslim terrorists.
Islamic jihadists.
Is a very specific statement.
Do we have other terrorist groups in Nigeria?
Saying, considering the antecedents of how Americans have gone to other parts of the world, and they have failed. They have gone to Afghanistan, they have failed. They're left with heavy problem in that other part of
that was like a political problem.
And then whether we like it or not, they went there, they failed. They went to Afghanistan, they failed. They went to Libya, they failed. We look at all these antecedents and then considering the fact that this country is just a growing country, it's a developing country. I agree with the provisions of the Constitution, particularly Section 10 of the Constitution, that states that no state shall adopt state religion. But you see that some parts of about 10 states in the north, they have not even for a long time ago, for more than 20 years now, is now the part and parcel of their system. And then you see that the government will continue to pamper these people. They are ignoring and romancing with them on a daily basis. It's wrong. And I also agree with President Donald Trump to an extent. I love what is happening because it's putting more pressure on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Because if you look at the build-up towards the election that ushered in the late President Muhammadu Buhari and others, you see series of statements from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. There is a lot of pressure on the then President what is it called? Jonathan. Heaven will fall. Jonathan is running the kindergarten, this government, this and that. The same person is in power now.
Interesting you mentioned this. In 2014, some governors went to the United States of America to complain about genocidal, well, that wasn't the word used then, but complain about Christians being killed in Nigeria in their numbers in 2014. Why didn't we see that as a problem? Why is it a problem now that Christians are crying out that they are being killed in Nigeria? It wasn't a problem in 2014, just before elections. The figures at that time are even higher than what we've experienced in the first half of this year. Why was it
it's not the same people? They are using it for political reasons. Is it not the same Bola Ahmed that led the team then? He led the team, used the social media forum for their selfish interests. And that is the government that demolished Jonathan administration and then usher in the then president.
Any desire to end what is going on now?
The government have failed. If you ask me to rate this government, I will rate them 0/10. In all aspects. Is it a government that is bent on inflicting hardship on Nigerians? Is that a government? Is it a government that fails to protect people in line with the provisions of the Constitution? Is that what you call a government? That is total failure. And then I'm saying that the president should resign. What with? Because if you cannot protect properties and life, what are you there for? Because there must be life first before you can even say you want to govern people. So the government has failed woefully. I'm in support of what is happening. I love the pressure from the United States of America to an extent.
To an extent. Barrister, let's have your concluding thoughts on this one.
My concluding thought is that, look, this religious sentiment should stop. Our Muslim brothers should tolerate us. And let them meet us halfway. Moses, we have tried. We have tried as a religious group. We have tried. All the things they have done to us in this country, we have never retaliated. Is that not how to show goodwill? Is that not to show tolerance? Why is it that every time all the problem will be coming from, and not only that, I'm not even seeing it as a problem. Rather, they blame me and you over here for the problem they created. I mean, these are the issues here. If they should do that, even Trump will not look at us. All this noise about CPC will not come up. Let them try to tolerate the Christians for God's sake. That's what I'm saying. They should tolerate the Christians because we have tried. No other religious group can tolerate what we are going through here. And it's because of this intolerance that is causing problem. When you pamper these people and see them as the best thing that happened after Jesus Christ, then they will continue to do what they are doing. You have not seen it as a problem. These people that are occupying Benue and Plateau villages, where are they from? What religion do they profess? All the people that are marauding all over the north in the name of Islam, Boko Haram, bandit, or whatever, are they Christians? Moses, are they Christians? So, who is behind all these things? Can't we tell the northern leader to come together? Take yourself inside the room and talk to yourself. These are your children. Even somebody told them that they are their boys. So when you have done all that, why are you coming and not to blame us?
Let's take this conversation to Sheikh Gumi, who we understand has joined us again on the conversation. Sheikh, once again, I want to say thank you for being a part of this conversation. You did mention earlier that the Nigerian army at the moment are doing well enough to manage the insecurity within the space. And of course, you mentioned Kaduna State that have been relatively peaceful from your perspective as well. But the question about Donald Trump's statement, particularly in helping...
So guys, let me take you through this headline coming from the United States, coming from Ryan Moore. And he has posted and he said, he described the attacks as genocide, claiming Christians are being killed at the rate of 5-1 compared with non-Christians. Moore accused Nigerian government of looking away despite receiving billions in U.S. security aid since 2009. I take that again. He described the attacks as genocide, claiming Christians are being killed at a rate of 5-1 compared with non-Christians. Moore accused Nigerian government for looking back. Moore accused Nigerian government for looking the other way despite receiving billions of US using a security aid since 2009. They are attacking, they are not attacking this seriously, he said. We had a pastor warn the government about the impending attack. They called it fake news. Within 24 hours, the pastor and 20 of his congregation were murdered. Thank you, Philip Morgan, for shining a light on the persecution that our brothers and sisters in Christ face in Nigeria. So this is the latest post from Moore on the genocide happening in Nigeria, and he shared this video. Genocide can be ignored. GOP lawmaker backs Trump threat of military action. So guys, a whole lot is happening. Also, the same Moore posted again saying Nigeria is the most dangerous place in the world to be a Christian. 50,000 to 100,000 of our brothers and sisters in Christ have been martyred since 2009 in Nigeria. 7,000 have been murdered. This year alone, that's 35 Christians murdered per day. Thank you, Portus, for designating Nigeria. So another headline here that follows it is a Catholic post that said the most populous country in Africa is Nigeria with 234 million people. Yet, in the past few years, it has become infamous for something else. Infamous for something else. Insecurity. When you have the wrong leaders in power. You know, this person said, being president doesn't change the future, the fortune of a tribe. The Igbos are the 6th richest tribe in the world. They are also the 4th most traveled. If the presidency truly changed a tribe, truly changed a tribe's fortune, other tribes that have had power would have been successful than the Igbos. That is what somebody here tweeted. So guys, a whole lot is happening in this Nigeria. Let me take you through some of the reactions from Nigerians from this Moore's post, where he talked about how they are buying Christians in Nigeria, still accusing the Tinubu's government or the Nigerian government for all the money Nigeria has received but nothing to show for it. Please help, it's urgently needed. Innocent lives are being lost on a daily basis. Oh my God. And this person said, please, he should be protected though. What propels the killing of Nigerian Christians in Nigeria isn't politics. It's a full jihad in display. This is time to be politically correct. This is time to disintegrate, the time for the disintegration of Nigeria. And then this person added a post that's insecurity aim at Islamizing Nigeria. Abu Vice VC said this in 2021 that now the truth is becoming really open for Nigerians to see. I will never allow you to conquer Biafra and Nnamdi Kanu to Fulanis. Oh, Baba. That was when Nnamdi Kanu he understood what these people were up to. So guys, look at what I'm showing you now is where these jihads have bite. The Nigerian government deception and propaganda in regards to the Christian genocide in Nigeria is clear indication that the complicit in it. Reasons why they have literally done nothing to stop it. Meanwhile, the Nigerian government policy is to grant amnesty, Baba, to the terrorists that they classify as repentant terrorists. So guys, you can see what is happening here. Look at the people they have died. If you look here, these are just bodies of people lying unalived by these terrorists. You see them here, they are not even hiding their faces. See, they are ready to buy anybody, no matter how small, how tender the person is. Look at this innocent boy in their midst. So guys, a whole lot is happening in this country. So after buying these other people, this little boy was left. Look at all those they've bought. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if you can see all the people these people bite. They bite all these people you see here. Oh my God. So guys, this country is gone. This country is gone. Nigeria is gone. I just wonder, how did we get here? It's really unbelievable, honestly. Anyway guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. No wonder they are holding Nnamdi Kanu in jail because he resisted the conquer of Biafra land. If Tinubu has ears, let him hear. Nnamdi Kanu said he won't allow it, and that is why he's being held. When they say tell his Nigerian is the Southeast leaders, is this one, now it's becoming clear. What you are seeing here are people's corpses, you know. See how they dug all these gutters, put them there, shot them to death. Nigerians, these are human beings. These are people's children and fathers. I don't know how I could show you guys this video without having any issue with the YouTube platform. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you.